The 5 most beautiful children in the world who have already grown up. Introduction. Children's beauty is a fleeting phenomenon, but it can leave a vivid mark in the memory. Many kids who conquered the world with their angelic appearance have already managed to turn into adults and independent personalities. The world of fashion, show business, and social networks often turns out to be attractive to young handsome men. Some of them become stars at an early age, and some, not wanting publicity, strive to live an ordinary life. But all of them, at one time, won the hearts of millions of people with their charming appearance. In the video, we will remember 5 children who were once considered the most beautiful in the world and see how they have changed as adults. Tilan Blondeau, the most beautiful girl in the world, got into the Guinness Book of Records in 2011. She became the youngest model when she was only 6 years old. A girl with angelic features and incredibly expressive blue eyes has become a real phenomenon. Her photos grace the covers of magazines, and contracts with famous brands showered on her like a cornucopia. Tilan Blondeau Blondeau is the daughter of Veronica, a designer and star of France 5 TV channel L'Aubry, and the famous defender of Marseille Olympique Patrick Blondeau. Tilan was born in the south of France, in Aix-en-Provence on April 5, 2001, and 6 years later she had a brother Ayrton. Shortly after the birth of their son, Veronica and Patrick felt a cooling towards each other, and for several years they continued to live together, but they still couldn't save the marriage. The world first heard about Tilan in 2005, when she, holding the hand of one of the models, walked on the runway during the show of the revolutionary couture's collection Jean-Paul Gaultier. Shortly before the show, Veronica, walking with little Tilan along the Champs-Élysées, was approached by couture's assistants who were looking for a little girl who looked like Brigitte Bardot. 2 years later, Veronica signed a contract on behalf of her daughter with the famous fashion house Jean-Paul Gaultier, and the amazing beauty of the photos of the little model appeared in Vogue Enfants. Light brown hair styled in the style of Lou Doyen, serious blue eyes, and a plump, unsmiling mouth delighted millions of people on the planet who called Tilan the most beautiful girl in the world. Scandalous fact: in 2011, photos of a 10-year-old model in the August French Vogue caused a loud scandal, which undoubtedly played in favor of the Tilan. American human rights activists called the appearance of a photo of a child who appeared on the pages of a glossy Parisian publication in provocative adult images exploitation and deliberate sexualization of a child in order to extract commercial profit. The main portion of criticism went, of course, to Tilan's mother, who was even forced to temporarily close her social media pages. The inhabitants of France in action, the Veronicas, did not see anything contrary to either the law or morality, which is explained primarily by the liberal foundations of French society and some peculiarities of the national mentality. Adult life. In 2018, Tilan once again received the title of Beauty, getting into the international top 100 most beautiful faces of the year. She continues to cooperate with Immerse models. In 2019, the model became the face of casserole and diesel fragrances, and her photos adorn the covers of Vogue and Jalouse magazine, as well as the famous L'Officiel and Marie Claire. Now Tilan is already a young woman, a successful model and actress. She shoots for fashion magazines, participates in fashion shows, and also tries her hand at movies. Tilan continues to conquer the world with her beauty and charisma, remaining one of the most sought-after models of our time. 2. Brooke Shields. In her youth, Brooke Shields shone on screens and magazine covers, arousing envy and admiration. But the price of such fame turned out to be a difficult childhood, a lot of complexes, and dependence on an overbearing mother. The star had to go a long way to love himself. Life story: Brooke Shields was born into the family of an actress and a businessman. And since childhood, she has been in the spotlight. She got her first role at the initiative of Terry Shields' mother at 11 months old, starring in a soap commercial. From that moment on, Terry became the baby's manager. Brooke recalled her childhood like this: "I didn't have a shock due to the lack of a personal life. That was my reality. Due to the constant employment on the set, the girl did not have a normal childhood. Terry was obsessed with keeping her daughter's appearance perfect." Shields was categorical: "It is forbidden even to try sweets, because not only extra pounds appeared from it, but also acne." The little model's day was scheduled by the minute. In addition to filming, she had to take horse riding, dancing, and piano lessons. And 11 years later, she played a child working in the sex industry in the movie The Lovely Child. After the success of this film, she was invited to many projects. However, the main role in the film Blue Lagoon brought Brooke world fame. Thereafter, a 15-year-old girl began to be called the most beautiful child. Every brand I dreamed of making her the face of my advertising company. Her photos have graced the covers of the most prestigious fashion magazines: Elle, Cosmopolitan, Vogue, Glamour, 17, and the daily earnings reached $10,000. Harper's Bazaar named her one of the 10 most gorgeous women in America. Scandalous fact: when the model was 10 years old, Harry Gross offered to do an erotic photo shoot for Playboy magazine. In the frame, Brooke was supposed to pose naked, which did not bother her mother at all. However, later she tried to sue the publication for photos and negatives, but lost the process. Years later, the artist Richard Prince made a copy of the provocative photograph to exhibit at the Tate Gallery, but the exhibition was banned. In 1980, Shields starred in an ambiguous and provocative commercial. The girl was showing Calvin Klein brand jeans. The advertising slogan implied that the model was not wearing underwear. This provoked a scandal, but, according to Brooke, she was too young and naive to see sexual overtones in this. Adult life. In 2020, the actress, along with Carrie Elways, began filming in the romantic comedy A Castle for Christmas. In addition, the movie star, who became known as Forever Young after the publication of her photos in a swimsuit, took part in the filming of the Mexican comedy film My Boyfriend's Meds. In April 2023, the documentary Brooke Shields, A Lovely Child was released on Hulu, in which the actress spoke in detail about her relationship with a domineering mother who stubbornly made her the star. About how during a career downturn in her youth she was raped by an influential producer, about depression and loss of virginity. 3. Kristina Pimenova. Introduction: to sign a contract with a leading US modeling agency to receive a cooperation offer from Prada, Burberry, and Ferrero Rocher. Kristina Pimenova can boast of such successes. Life story: when the girl turned 1 year old, she moved to Moscow with her parents. Meanwhile, Kristina's older sister remained abroad. Despite the fact that the girl was born in France, she has Russian citizenship. Kristina's dad, Pimenov, Ruslan, is a football player. The girl's mother, Glyceria Angelica in Russian, is a former model. Kristina Pimenova was brought into the modeling business, of course, by her mother. The girl was only 3 years old at the time. Glyceria made a professional photo shoot for her daughter and sent the pictures to a well-known modeling agency called President Kids. She has a European appearance, huge gray blue eyes, long brown hair. At the same time, Kristina Pimenova's eyes are a feature. She is even called a child with the look of an adult. The girl has extensive experience in the modeling business, not only in Russia, but also abroad. Kristina has collaborated with famous fashion houses Burberry, Prada, and Sylvian Heach. In her childhood, she managed to star in more than 15 commercials and become the face of the Kinder trademark in Russia. In 2017, Kristina played the main role in the American film The Russian Bride and in the Italian The Creators, The Past. Adult life: Kristina now lives in Los Angeles, attends high school, and continues his modeling career. Her facial features have changed a lot, but her appearance is still angelic, expressive, and memorable. For Edenwood * introduction: Edenwood became a model at the age of 2, and since then, she has held the honorary title of America's Most Beautiful Girl. Of course, she didn't come up with it. Her mom Mickey decided to make her daughter famous and threw all her strength into making her dream come true. Life story: Eden was born in 2005. The girl's pretty face was admired by others, and her mom, Mickey, decided not to waste any time. She dressed up her daughter and went to the casting with her. The appearance of the young model caused delight. It promised a sensation. She was eagerly photographed for magazines, and when Eden was not even 2 years old, she first appeared on the runway. As expected, the cute baby's catwalk made a splash. All the viewers were touched by her charming face. The newspapers immediately dubbed her the most beautiful girl in America. By the age of 6, she had 300 wins in children's beauty contests. Eden has already become famous all over the world and earned more than $2 million. Scandalous fact: the girl was deprived of her childhood. She had to almost from birth earn money with your appearance. While her peers were playing with dolls, she became a living doll herself. Endless dressing up, makeup, hairstyles, solarium, camera flashes, catwalk shows in high heels, eternal smile. Mickey mercilessly exploited her little daughter, not wanting to waste a minute of precious time and not a cent of profit. Adult life. Eden is now 19 years old. The modeling business causes her negative emotions. It was too hard for her to get the fame of the most beautiful girl in America. However, sometimes Eden still takes part in photo shoots. 5. Lanea Grace. This girl began to conquer the world's catwalks at the age of 3 when she first starred in an advertisement. When Lanea Grace was 5, she was named the most beautiful girl in the world. She was not only beautiful, but at the same time very different from her peers, was unlike anyone else, and was proud of her individuality. She was born in 2004, and her parents noticed from the first months of her daughter's life how beautiful she was. However, at that moment they did not attach much importance to her appearance, sincerely believing that all small children are beautiful. Lanea was 3 years old when she was vacationing with her mom and dad on Capitola Beach in California. Then the girl's father, Thomas Stevenson, took several pictures of his daughter. Subsequently, they seemed so successful to him that he sent photos of Lanea to the Ford modeling agency in San Francisco. Soon, the girl's parents received a call from an agent and offered to sign a contract before the girl started short training. A month after signing the contract, Lanea had her first shoot. She delighted everyone present. The girl was not at all shy. She was open and natural. With pleasure she posed in front of the camera and laughed contagiously when someone made her laugh. The photographers, looking at the pictures, asked the parents what nationality the girl was because they had never seen such expressive eyes before. They immediately called the baby's look elvish, so unusual were both the color and the cut. It turned out that Lanea's family is international. It has a lot of blood mixed in it, Filipino, Spanish, and many others. After the first successful shooting, the young model's career began to develop rapidly. For several years of cooperation with the Ford modeling agency, Lanea Grace has achieved impressive results. The girl's mother, Ariel Stevenson, devoted all her time to her daughter. At the same time, she did not force her daughter to do something by force. On the contrary, all the filming and screenings were just a game for the girl, fun and even exciting. Later, Lanea had to take a short break in her career. Because of dental problems, she had to put braces on and temporarily stop participating in filming and screenings. And after that, the modeling agency completely refused to work with children. But the girl with the elven gaze did not stay idle. She was here. A new contract was offered, this time with the Wilhelmina Models Agency. And soon Lanea has already collaborated with Guess and Maleficent Toys, Old Navy and Ralph Lauren, participated in their shows and advertising campaigns. The most interesting thing is that the girl changed with age, but at the same time her beauty did not go anywhere. She just transformed. Adult life. The girl is now 20 years old. Of course, facial features change with age, but this did not affect the high fees of the model in any way. Lanea is still in demand and works with leading modeling agencies. In addition, the social media star often shares with subscribers with their photos and videos. Conclusion: these children, in turn, proved that beauty is not just about appearance. Their stories are filled with talent, perseverance, and the desire to achieve their goals. Some of them continue their careers in show business, and some choose a quieter life. But they all remain wonderful people who have found their way in this world. It is important to note that the concept of the most beautiful children in the world is a subjective opinion. Beauty is something much deeper and more multifaceted than just external features. Every person is beautiful in their own way, and this must be remembered.